Showing you inside a
7 hours into this. We paid $600 a ticket plus $300 for the car camping pass.
Can't believe they didn't send a shuttle to pick us up. Like, I have an artist pass for a reason.
Okay, so today we're going to be going over a topic requested by one of you guys. Can you do a video about the insane prices of Coachella and the vast difference between wealthy and influencers versus regular people? And that's exactly what we're going to do. Because I feel like a lot of people are just like me. I have no idea when Coachella is actually happening until I get inundated with post after post, video after video on every single social media platform you could think of. Doesn't matter if it's celebrities or influencers or just normal people, but there is a vast difference in what type of content you're going to see. We're going to be taking a look at the influencer experience, which is just a glorified vacation and photo shoot. Honestly, no reason to go to the festival in the first place. And then the normal people who still pay a ton of money to go, just to have problems all day, not know where they're parking or to set up their tents and waiting in line to go to the bathroom, showers. I mean, it's unbelievable. We also have a couple comments from you guys from previous videos, so if you want to be featured on a future video, leave it in the comments down below. But we're going to start off with a little snippet of what you'll probably see from any of the influencers in LA.
I got invited to the Coachella White Fox gifting event. It was a whole experience, so I'm going to bring you guys with me. White Fox actually sent me clothes to wear to the event. They actually styled me. I'm seeing the vision with all this leopard and denim. This is actually a denim set with leopard patches, and I'm going to tie it all together with a white fitted tank.
We only watched about 10 seconds of that, but that is an entire minute plus of basically speed reading what they're doing and insane jump cuts, which I know I'm in a glass house right now with the way that I make my videos. I'm willing to guess they do this because most people who watch influencers on TikTok have such a short attention span that you have to speak so quickly and have insane jump cuts all the time just to keep the engagement so they don't switch to another creator or something else on their For You page. Because this is not the only influencer that makes these types of videos and speaks very quickly, almost overlapping their own sentences just to get to the next scene instead of just taking their time throughout the video. But you could see that this is apparently a White Fox event for Coachella, but I don't really see too much Coachella. I just see a giant mansion in Beverly Hills or Hollywood, somewhere in LA. I don't know why this has anything to do with Coachella, but a lot of this goes back to what I said is just a glorified photo shoot and event to try to promote. This one is White Fox, which is just clothing. They connect with a whole bunch of other influencers trying a whole bunch of clothes. I mean, free food, of course, the mansion, super nice luxury lifestyle, and then they all make individual videos pushing it out to their masses. I mean, I don't really know who watches this at the end of the day, but this kind of stuff keeps happening year after year with these types of events. So I guess overall the marketing must still work at the end of the day. It just doesn't work on me.
showing you inside another. Welcome to Camp Poosh. It was literally an oasis, my favorite event by far. Lemon 8 had this fun pop-up with the photographer, and then we had coconuts from Havaianas and free flip-flops. The Skits is an Ohio-based got a ton of food and wellness goodies.
So another event at Coachella, which you'll see a little bit later, just to get in is hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I mean, $600+ for a basic ticket. There's a bunch of different add-ons on top of it, but special influencer events for the wealthy, and basically everything is free. I feel like this kind of stuff would have worked a decade ago, watching all of the rich people do rich people things and then ironically get most of their stuff for free when they could easily pay for it. But now in 2025, with everybody hurting for money, I don't know how this works. But if you don't know, I had to do a little bit of research, and Camp Poosh is another one of the Kardashian brands. The photo shoot was by Lemon 8, which is just another copycat of TikTok. Again, still a huge brand. Of course, if you watched my channel, I made an entire dedicated video on Erewhon, the ultra rich store making Whole Foods look like it's for poor people. And I guess all the influencers were allowed to shop around there. Again, in the middle of a music festival. Here we have a collage of photos from another White Fox event, my favorite weekend of the whole year. White Fox slayed last year and they've done it again this year. They've welcomed influencers into Had to Be There festival house. Just look at the attention to details with their freebies. I like how all of the influencers will talk about the amount of crap that they got for free. Festival essentials unlocked, and it's just a literal case of free crap. It's so extra, I love it, with a pink G-Wagon in front of the mansion, and obviously Coachella Coachella icons. 818 are involved. This picture scratched my brain. I'm so obsessed. What are you talking about, man? Complete with getting ready stations and goodies from Slick Stick. It's beautiful. Every corner is a photo opportunity. Oh, great. And there are so many opportunities for gorgeous branding moments. Oh, it's crazy how they embrace that they are just a walking billboard for all of these companies. All in the most picturesque villa I've ever seen. Just the absolute dream, and the girlies looked incredible for day one. I feel like the only people who would look at this type of content are the other wannabe influencers that don't have the following to back because they want to live this type of lifestyle and get a whole bunch of free crap and free trips just to show their brand out to other fans. I don't know how people take this as entertainment, but we'll go to the opposite side and see what normal people had to deal with the first day of Coachella.
I've seen people pass out through heat exhaustion. It's just chaos. We've been here personally since 3 a.m. and this is crazy. It's literally almost 11.
7 hours into this. We paid $600 a ticket plus $300 for the car camping pass. Like, this is absurd. Why are we spending this money to spend 8 hours in a car and we're not even inside yet?
So just to walk into the door or drive in after several hours of waiting is almost $1,000. $600 for the ticket, $300 to be able to camp in your car. And one of your comments from my main channel I thought was pretty funny. I wouldn't put it past too many people. I wonder how many tax returns were used to purchase the crazy preferred parking tickets to Coachella. Now that could definitely be the case, or we could take a look at other articles coming out for the first weekend. 60% of ticket buyers at Coachella used buy now, pay later to finance their tickets. More than half of the people there in total could not afford to do it in one swing, so they used BNPL. It's just going to become more ingrained in our society to buy things that you really can't afford and just put it on payment systems. And I would say layaway, but it's instant gratification layaway. And you know, if I get behind on my payments, whatever, I'm already in a whole ton of credit card debt. It doesn't make a difference, but thank God I get to go sit in my car for several hours just to be able to park and camp for the weekend. With around 100,000 people showing up each weekend, that means more than half are choosing payment plans over dropping $600+ up front. Another thing that I did not realize is Coachella is 2 weekends. It was last weekend and is going to be tomorrow and Sunday, the day that I'm uploading this video. So a rough estimate of around 120,000 people couldn't actually afford to go to this place. Doesn't include any of the food that they're going to have, drinks, alcohol, any of the merchandise. I mean, it must be unbelievably priced. And that's just for entry. Most are spending $1,000+ in total when you factor in housing, food, and everything else. That's what I said. Coachella payment plans start at just $50 down. It's unbelievable. And then you still see clips like this for the, I guess, poor people that are still paying around $1,000 just to go to this festival. And this is 8 o'clock in the morning, an hour-long line just to be able to shower. And then we'll go right back to the wealthy celebrity and influencer experience at this festival.
Okay, so we just got to our safari tent. There's 2 beds, 2 nightstands, a mirror, little AC unit. There's 2 chairs. The bathrooms are right there, and then these are the showers. So there's golf carts. He just offered to like take me back to my tent, which is really cool if you don't want to walk. People bring their inflatable pools and fill them up, and it's really cute. And these are really cute. Look at this one. On our way to the breakfast area, it's in this tent right here that has AC, and it like feels really nice in there.
So if you're one of the plebs, get ready to wait in line just to be able to shower. And people are passing out from heat exhaustion in their cars. And then you have 0 lines for the shower and bathroom and a whole tent, air-conditioned tent, that you could go and have breakfast every morning. I mean, I know that this isn't a new thing in 2025. Almost all festivals have some sort of VIP rich people section now. But this is starting to seem just more and more out of touch with reality.
People are losing their minds over the like influencer campsites at Coachella. This one in particular has insane comments. And so many people that have camped ever are like, wait, you're gonna have bugs all over yourself and your stuff? There's like no sunscreen, there's no food or anything. I'm sorry, is this satire? This is actually insane. If I hear vintage one more time. And like the aesthetics, the blankets dropped over things, the suitcase. This guy, people are going nuts. I still can't believe I actually brought an oak dining table. Neither can we, Marco. Neither can we. Crocs, I need to see what else you packed, because there's nothing to live on. I love how people build small houses for like 3 days. How do y'all worry about your stuff not getting stolen? That's what I wonder about too. But I feel like Coachella's kind of always been this way, but for whatever reason, this year, it just is like so amplified and so many people are just not having it.
So I do agree that this is ridiculous, but I think some of the comments, like these influencers just bringing stuff to decorate, you know, no food or anything, because at the end of the day, they don't need it. There are special tents that they could go eat separate from all the rest of the normal people. Or maybe they're getting shuttled in from the LA mansions, the White Fox events, where they could go and eat free and have photo shoots all day long. Same thing with the other comments saying that they were worried about their stuff getting stolen. They are separated from all the rest of the normal people. You wouldn't have to deal with anybody else who isn't a rich celebrity or an influencer and has millions of dollars. You could just take a look at some of the prices up on screen right now. $12,000 for that campground, $15,000 for this, $30,000 for this little hut. I mean, it's completely out of touch with any normal price range for normal people. And the more you look online, the more brands are doing the exact same thing for Coachella, just completely taking away what it was supposed to be, a music festival. And at this point, it doesn't even really make sense to go in the first place. I guess it's just a good keyword and hashtag for Coachella. Maybe you'd gain a little bit more following or some people watching you for the couple weekends, because a good portion of this just looks like rich people camping and then just literally hanging out in LA mansions instead of actually going to any of these concerts in the end. I don't get it. You could see the description for the video that was on screen. Oh my God, we just met Kourtney Kardashian after I dropped my coffee. Day one of Coachella and fully spoiled by Poosh. Hashtag Poosh Coachella, Coachella 2025. Can't really get more out of touch than that. But I think one of the funniest ones that people are having the most pushback on is the Guess Jeans Coachella house tour. Yes, the jeans brand.
Guys, I'm back at Coachella with Guess Jeans, so I'm going to give you guys a house tour. This is one of my favorite times of the year to go with Guess Jeans. They always make it such an enjoyable experience. Okay, now for the house tour. This house is so unbelievably insane. I can't believe I get to stay here for the weekend. Starting off with the living room, they pay such close attention to detail. Everything is branded Guess. We have our very own bartender and chef, so whenever we get hungry, they always are making us meals. I am staying in this house with a few different people, including my friends Tori and Skylar, who I went with last year. Guess is so good with providing necessities we might need for the weekends.
Okay, we're not going to watch the entire thing. You could probably understand what's going to happen. It's just another house tour showing their chefs and all the marble and the pools. And this is for Guess Jeans, by the way. And I guess they do this regularly because she was already talking about how good it was last year. One thing that I did think was funny is that this influencer doesn't even really seem to know how to make these videos, because she's literally fading in and out her own voice between each line. So what if I just started talking like this over myself every single sentence? How would you understand anything that I'm saying? I feel like at the end it would start getting incredibly annoying just to watch the video in the first place. But I'm not the only one starting to realize how disconnected this is, getting tired of just watching this all the time, because it's not like we're all following these influencers, but it just gets flooded onto all of our For You pages for the next couple weeks.
I cannot think of a single effing person who will go out and buy Guess Jeans after seeing all the content that is produced at this Coachella weekend with Guess. Not being a hater, but this is very much like 2016 Kardashian era marketing, and I can't help but feel like with the economic state of the world right now, we're moving out of this. You need to move with the times. Like, we don't want to see this. This is not going to make your ideal customer want to shop with you.
I mean, you hit the nail right on the head. Exactly what I was thinking. But I guess I'm wrong at the end of the day, because you see clips like this, you know, the private chef. This is where I'm going, buying all the groceries that I need to cook for all of these wealthy influencers for the Coachella festival events. I do like some of the clips that have come out where people have screen recorded their phones to show the rich and poor side of Coachella.
They decorated, they're so cute.
Our setup, that's our shower, that's our door. Ooh, I have SZA over here since I love SZA. That like is like kind of another door, but we don't really go through that. Trash can, grill, Logan.
I do agree with the comments though. Why not rich versus regular? No one there is poor. I mean, you can make that argument now seeing that half of these people couldn't actually afford the tickets, so everything's on buy now, pay later. But I do understand everybody's spending probably at least $1,000 to step foot into that campground to begin with. Either way, you can see how insanely different the very wealthy and normal people are experiencing the Coachella festival. We're going to finish off this video with, I think, another classic on this channel, especially when we start talking about influencers. There's a whole bunch of other creators making skits, making fun of them. It's pretty good.
Can't believe they didn't send a shuttle to pick us up. Like, I have an artist pass for a reason. I'm confused. Like, are all the VIP and the artist people going in the same entrance? Oh, thank God. They took away the VIP. I literally would not come to Coachella if there wasn't a lounge. I feel so much better now that we're in the artist area. I'll be right back. My friend Justin invited me into his trailer, so I'm just gonna go hang out in there for a little bit.
Wait, Justin who?
Bieber. Oh my gosh, I have like marks on my wrist from all my wristbands. Oh, you're not going to Neon Carnival?
No.
Oh. I'm gonna meet up with him backstage later. Thank God for the artist shuttle. I cannot imagine walking this whole way. So this is Gaga's trailer. Me and her were hanging out in there earlier. It was so fun. Oh my gosh, thank goodness for free waters. Artist pass.
So I mean, at the time of uploading this video, I wouldn't doubt we'd see a lot more of these types of videos come out in the next couple days, but I would hope that things would change for the next year's festival, but especially with this being in California, especially around LA with some of the most out of touch people on the planet, I honestly won't get my hopes up. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.